Hi everyone, welcome back to the Two Hearts One Love Marriage Celebrant channel. Here we believe that weddings should be serious, but why can't they be filled with fun, laughter, and a heck of a lot of love? This channel is all about all things weddings, and today's topic is why do I spend so much on my celebrant for just 30 minutes work? Now, as all things YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click the little bell icon wherever the heck it is on the screen there, and that way you'll get all notifications of all future videos. And I do hope we put quite a few out about rituals and many other things in the future. Now, as always, just letting you know that anything that I do comment on here, these are my opinions and my opinions only, and they may not resonate with other celebrants. Other celebrants may not agree with it, and you may not agree. But again, this is just my opinion only. Now, the reason I'm actually commenting on this today is because recently there was an actual post that went up on a Facebook community page, and it actually said, can anyone recommend a celebrant who doesn't cost an arm and a leg? And also, I don't understand why I should pay $600 for just 30 minutes work. Now, I did comment on my previous video about the guide to choosing a marriage celebrant that one of the best ways to find a celebrant is to go to your community page and actually ask for recommendations. And on there, you will receive many recommendations from people who have used celebrants, and celebrants will reach out to you individually and actually try to contact you to actually potentially push their services. So it is a great tool for that. But that post actually got to me a little bit because realistically, there's a hell of a lot more involved than just 30 minutes. Now, I did mention before that prices for a celebrant range anything from $150 way up to $2,000 and beyond. It is not regulated in that way. We actually charge what we feel we're worth, as also depending on the area that you live in. Obviously, if you're in a very low socioeconomic area and people have very tight budgets, they're not going to pay a lot of money for a celebrant. But, again, it depends on the value of which you put into your work. Now, I charge the average price, which is, common for the area that I live in, so I'm definitely not excessive or anything like that, but that's just me. And prices around me vary much more than me, much less than me. Now, what I do want to do is actually go through what is involved in actually preparing your marriage ceremony, or actually involved in the whole process right from the time when we make initial contact with you or you make initial contact with us. Now, hopefully, if I get my editing and everything skills all up to date, there will be a little bit of a thing come up here which actually outlines everything I'm going to say now with the time allocated to it. But let's just see how that works. So right from the very beginning, there is that initial contact and initial meeting. So I need to prepare from that. So the initial meeting, contact might be roughly 10 minutes. The phone call or whatever happens that goes with it. And then there's a meeting preparation for that. So when I actually come to you, and I actually go and visit most of my clients first of all, obviously depending if they're not overseas or anything like that. In those cases, we do use Skype and those sort of mediums. But then again, I just prepare that for you, and actually, that might take up to 15 minutes. Then I travel to the meeting to meet with you. Now, I'm actually going to base everything just on a 30-minute window. Now, this could vary depending on, I live in Southwest Sydney. Now, I'm prepared to travel anywhere to meet different people. And as you can see behind me, there's some screens and things. That's my day job, and I work from home. So for me, it's really great to actually get out of the house and actually go meet with couples. So it's a benefit for me, and it's also a benefit for you. Especially if you've got children, you don't want to bring them out of the house. So let's say the 30-minute meeting, travel to get to your meeting. Now, the meeting itself then might take 90 minutes. Now, it might take longer or less than that. I'm quite passionate, as you can tell. I like to have a yarn. So I do like to actually chat and talk about and show some passion about what I'm doing. So roughly 90 minutes for that meeting. Then obviously there's 30 minutes travel home. Then there's the after meeting follow-up. So once you decide whether, you do want to choose me as a celebrant, I do not sit there and say, right, I'm not leaving unless you book me. I'll leave you my details and everything. So talk to other celebrants if you need to, but if you want to contact me, let me know, and then I'll follow up shortly after that. So let's say you've now booked me. There's an after meeting follow-up, so about 15 minutes. And then throughout the entire period, now it could be anything up to 18 months. There might be email and phone correspondence. Now that could be I'm just going to put a basic 60 minutes on that over the entire time because they'll be in small bursts. Then there'll be the rehearsal. Now we'll talk about the rehearsal. Now I recommend them. I think they're fantastic. So rehearsal, say 90 minutes, but obviously I need to travel to the rehearsal. That's 30 minutes. travel home for the rehearsal, 30 minutes, and then there's getting all the information from you to actually write your ceremony for you. Now, ceremony writing could take up to 600 minutes or more. Now, that is involved with, I create a story about the two of you, I get all the information you want to create the ceremony you want, and round about average of up to 600 minutes. Now, from that, after that, there's a documentation preparation for the ceremony. So that's the certificates. They need to be printed. I include certificates for children that are involved in there as well, so I print them for them. Getting everything set up in birth, deaths, and marriages ready for you. All that takes a little bit of time. So I've added 60 minutes for that. Then I travel to the wedding. I set up. Now, I normally get to a wedding always an hour early. I do believe to actually settle myself. I still get quite nervous at a wedding. Now, I've done hundreds of weddings, but I still get nervous before them. So I like to make sure that I'm not sweaty or that sort of thing. So I set up, calmed myself down, and then just mingle with everyone to sort of make sure everyone's okay and everything's ready to go. Then the ceremony itself could be anything from around 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what's involved. Now, obviously, if you have many inclusions, it will blow out beyond that, but the average wedding's about 30 minutes. And that does include the signing as well. Now, from there, I'll actually start to pack up after the wedding, which is roughly about 30 minutes. Now, I don't rush off. I don't pack everything up, chuck it in and then take off. I actually wait for you to get your initial congratulations. I slowly pack down, and then I'll come up and tell you exactly what's next and what's involved in now with the registration process and all that sort of stuff. After that, there's a drive home, which could be another 30 minutes or more. Again, remember, I'm just using an average of 30 minutes. And then there's the registration process. So everything's generally done online now. So log in, get in there, add in the names of the witnesses, tick an oath that I've, conducted the wedding as I should do by law, and then actually get your wedding registered. So that could be up to 30 minutes on top of that. Now, all in all, if you add all that up together, all this stuff here, that comes to 1,210 minutes. Now, divide that by 60 for an hour, that's up to 20 hours of work. Our original post said $600 for 30 minutes. Just because you see us for 30 minutes at the ceremony isn't the only work we do. So I just want to, squash that misconception. If you have any comments about that, add that down below. Now, there are celebrants and some companies who will just charge you $150, $200, $300 or whatever, and you have very minimal contact with them. They might send you the paperwork, you get that signed by a JP, you get that to them, and you may not actually meet them until the actual day of the ceremony. You get there, you sign the statutory declaration, and then off you go for the just basic general ceremony. Maybe 30 minutes work, I don't know. But generally, that's not what all celebrants do. So have a chat with your celebrant, see how much work they're going to put in there for you. Obviously, you get what you pay for, so consider that, and hopefully this did, cover some of those things for you. So again, thank you very much for coming back. Keep an eye out for the next lot of, series of videos that are coming out, and stay safe, especially in the environment that we live in at the moment. Hopefully you're all doing well. Haven't had to push your ceremony back or anything like that too far. And if you haven't booked a celebrant yet, please check out the other videos I've got, the guide to how to pick your celebrant, a little bit about me on another one, and then there'll be more to come. Have a fantastic day, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.